at you. Today we're going to open some things that I've had around for a little while. I feel like we ought to maybe get into. Let's do some regular double bubble. Nice and soft. Appreciate that. Well, as you know, about a month and a half ago, I went to a sports card show in my area. And there were a few folks selling like little grab bag kind of things, and I bought a few from this guy. These were $5 a piece, I believe. I bought a basketball, a baseball, and a hockey, and this is the one remaining box that I have. It's the hockey one, so I thought we'd crack into that. The baseball one was absolute trash, although there was a really nice, autographed card. It was like a green refractor autograph of Miguel Sano of the Twins, who's kind of a local favorite since I'm in Twins country. So in that case, that was the card on top. And it was really the only card that was in the whole box that was worth anything. The basketball one was a little bit different. The card on that was kind of a crappier one, sort of like here. Like this is like a 20-cent card and all of the corners are busted, so it's actually a 0-cent card, but it's a pretty crappy card. So the card on the basketball box was an 89 Hoops, like all-star of Michael Jordan, which is, a 25-cent card maybe. But there were actually quite a number of pretty interesting things inside. A lot of Hall of Famers from mid-90s sets. One Jordan insert from a mid-90s set. So a lot of good value in that one. I thought that was a pretty good deal. This one we'll have to see. I see kind of a lot of older cards. Looks like a lot of kind of early 90s, 90, 91, 92, 93. But I might be wrong. There's a few cards in sleeves, so that's interesting. Maybe we'll start with the sleeves one. So this is just a Pro Set Platinum base card of Mike Vernon. Boy, these sleeves are old school. And they used to make sleeves that didn't fit. And then this is like a cutout page in a 9 card page that goes in a binder. Bill Ranford, Kelly Rudy, and Andy Moog I've heard of. So yeah, a lot of Pro Set Platinum. They don't put the player name on the front, so it's kind of annoying. Alright, well we got some mid-90s stuff here. Wolf Samuelson, more Pro Set Platinum jersey cards. Those are kind of silly. John Van Beesbrook, I think he's Van Beesbrook rather. He's I think he was a pretty good goalie back in the day. Peter Nedved, Dino Cicerelli, so some decent names here. Adam Oates, Bill Guerin, Sergei Fedorov is good. There's a lot of this Ultra 90 or Fleer 95. And this classic 4-Sport. I actually have some boxes of this. I think they're up for sale on my site now. Picked those up in a purchase, large purchase of various unopened stuff. Ray Whitney, years this. I feel like this feels, yeah, this is like 96. Ken Riggett, Pierre Turgeon, Alexander Daigle, was it Platinums? They're just kind of a lame, boring set. These Premiers are actually a pretty good set if you can find that unopened. It's pretty valuable stuff. I think there's a few really good rookies in there, and they're well, kind of highly valued compared to their, Pro Set and Score counterparts and Upper Deck. Grant Fuhr, Hall of Famer, I'm sure. Speaking of Jim Carrey, there he is when he was goaltender, I guess. It's not really Jim Carrey, in case you're not a hockey person. Potvin, this is pretty good. Oh yeah, this is the set that I bought, or I got some packs of this in something I opened in a collection that I opened some packs of, because I remember seeing this, and the packs came with like one coin with the player on it in each pack. Kind of silly. Some Topps hockey, some we'll see again. No, actually, I take that back. The Upper Deck, I think, still has the NHL license, kind of safe and sound in their sole possession. So we'll just be seeing Topps football and basketball cards, which is fantastic. Although, honestly, Yari Curry, Tenacious Emotion Skybox, that's kind of a cool one. I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame, but it wouldn't surprise me. Pretty sure he is. Alright, who we have here? McLean. Control. These are really good looking cards. These emotions. I like that. Again, would never have bought any of this stuff back in the day. There's a Ray Bork, Donruss base. I just didn't buy sports cards, in this era at all, and I may have, picked up a few packs in the mid-90s, but they would have been all baseball. Never would have gotten into the other sports. I mean, I barely followed baseball at that point. So I definitely wasn't gonna follow or really know who was coming out of packs if I bought any basketball or other sports besides baseball. Well, folks, I think this coming week we've got opening day on the 31st, so that's exciting. That is the first day of the baseball season, and I will likely be watching most, if not all, of the Yankee games I can manage to, catch. So that'll be nice. I've been watching Yankee games on, MLB.TV on spring training games, and they seem to always have the broadcast. They only do one broadcast, off, for the regular season. Both teams will have their own broadcasts. When they're playing each other, but in spring training, I think only one of the teams does, the video and then commentary. So you don't have a choice when you're watching spring training games. And I swear the Yankees broadcast team never does games. It's always the other teams. And I don't know about you guys, but I get who is this young lady? I don't know, not heard of her, but seems to be like a college. It's got a very 90s look to her. Yeah, so I don't know. I have not heard the Yankees broadcast team, I don't think. I'm sure they've done a game or two, but not the ones that I've watched. I haven't watched really many of the spring training games. They're kind of boring. But what's this? 1 of 5,000. I'm trying to say is, I'm excited to, is that Trevor Linden? Airborne. It is Trevor Linden, very cool. Love those old Canucks jerseys. So I'll be excited to get the, home team broadcast from my Yankees back on the air. Steve Leach, Patrick Waugh, nice. Ben Beesbrook, Andy Moog. Got a lot of good goalies. We got Beesbrook, Moog, we got Grand Fear, I think. What are these crazy, keep getting these cards that are like highlight cards. I don't like them. Ron Hextall, but I don't, yeah, it's like some kind of set or insert set. Anyways. Not seeing any, Gretzky's or Lemieux or guys like that. There's a Claude Lemieux, Ron Lemieux. So here's some 91 score. Peter Nedved, Canucks. Vitaly Karamanov. Brett Hull, Hockey Heroes. So we got a few good names there. Martin Brodeur is good. There's more of these coin cards. Sergei Fedorov and Steve Yzerman. More. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was kind of a bust. Unless there's somebody I missed. Or one of those rookies I got, has any kind of value. But I don't know. It seems like basketball was the best one of these. So, yeah, I don't know if I were to run into this guy selling these, I would probably not get more. They just, I don't know, did not impress me. But if there's other grab bags, I may try to check those out. Oh yeah, so I have this giant box of unopened packs that I will just kind of show you quickly, but then probably get out of the way. So there it is. couple of those. Got a couple of these too. This is 93 Series 1. Oops. And then we got these collector's choice, like French. They did these in French, Portuguese, like a few others languages, I'm pretty sure. So football. Let's do these two. We got a wild card NFL with those like numberings on there that can be quite rare, and then action packed. Then I kind of, oops, no, it feels like it's already open. Hold on. There's one back in here. It seemed to open okay. Well, these are the Steve Largent Pacific cards that I have no idea what they're like. Here's actually a bunch. I have like 5 of these kinds of action packs, so I'll open one of those. And just for shits and grins, we'll open that Fleer, 90 Fleer. So this will be our agenda for today. This is about, what, I don't know, 12 packs, something like that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do these in the order they're presently in, but... So this stuff is like super low end. They overprinted this. It was the first ever time Flair had done, football player cards. For a long time they made these in-action cards in the 80s that were like, pictures of an entire football field full of players. And they would sort of describe the play. But 1990 was the first year they did individual, player cards, and at the time we were all excited about that because football cards were the new hot thing. It was like kind of a big deal when they made a football card Beckett, and that really got everybody excited about football cards. So to have some new, brands making football cards, nice Hall of Famer Marcus Allen was a pretty big deal. And this stuff was pretty well received by the hobby back then. So we got a nice Barry Sanders right there. But ultimately, I think the fact that I just made too much of this stuff. It was sort of the height of overproduction was 1990 and 1991. So yeah, 90 Fleer football and 90 Score football are just super cheap, to this day. Alright, let's get this action pack from 1989. This is a regional series. Giants, Bears, Redskins. Okay, so not sure who we would be after from those teams, but let's check out. Interesting hologram sticker. Alright, we got Art Monk, Hall of Famer. Very nice. You can see these cards, they're kind of thick. They're basically like, they were like this wide thing and they folded over. There's a little seam in the middle, but they're the thickness of 2 pieces of this cardboard. And then they're kind of, you can see the, sort of 3D standout, pop out nature of these cards. So that was what Action Packed was about. It was, pretty gimmicky, and I don't know, these did have some value when they first came out, but eventually I think people just sort of saw it as a gimmick that wasn't really great. Okay, Dave Meggett, I think he might have been a rookie back in '89. Doesn't have draft information. Paul Allegri, Thomas Sanders, and Dennis Gentry. So there you go. Oh, one more card. It's Wilbur Marshall, and our hologram is Bears Stadium. Looks like. cards. What are you about? 10 cards. Are they all going to be Steve Largent? That's the real question I have. Some kind of puzzle thing. I think they're all going to be Steve Largent, yeah. It's kind of insane to me that they made a set consisting entirely. Oh, well, they gotta have a sore elbow. God, look at that thing. That's an insane amount of swelling. Are these backwards or what's going on here? Yeah, I don't know. And then you get, I guess this is a like a poster puzzle that. Oh, we got his crotch, you guys. Got the crotch one. That's the one you want. Yeah, I don't know. Guess if you get enough of these, you put them together. Wow, that is an insanely weird set, you guys. I mean, Steve Largent, no question. Really great receiver, but I just can't sort of believe, like, why wouldn't you do a Joe Montana set? Or, 50 other guys that I think were probably better than him. Alright, this is action-packed. All Madden team. So it should be some, good players coming out of this. Basically like a Pro Bowl type set. So that's exciting. Alright, Steve Wallace. Got Gary Clark. Seth Joyner. Kind of surprised these stick together, but they do a little bit. Jack Del Rio. Oh, good, another one coming up. Mike Ken, and there is the guy you want, Barry Sanders. And Eric Williams, so I don't know what years these are from, probably like 93, so they're pretty late, yeah. Unfortunately, no rookie potential there. Okay, next football pack. This one is a pretty thick pack. It isn't labeled a jumbo pack, so it's got 23 cards. Looks like a few different inserts and maybe parallels, but the real parallels are the ones that have the high number. If you get one that has 1,000, it's like pretty rare. Back in the day, it would have been valuable. These days, not really. Okay. What is this surprise? I don't know what this is. A promotional card. Alright, Jimmy Smith. Marion Butts. That's a pretty cool looking insert there. Stat Smasher David Klingler. It's got a nice kind of sparkly, colorful background there. That's pretty cool looking, gotta say. Okay, John Freeze. So, I guess this is just what the base cards look like. They just have, this border. There's no real point value, but I think maybe the point value will be somewhere around the bottom if we get one that's in, parallel. Where's a white? Bobby Brister, Chris Carter. A little bit of stickage. Marv Cook. So yeah, nothing with numbers on it. I can't remember how rare they were to get ones with just like even like a low numbered, like a 10. William White, Charles Mann, Tony Sacca, Edgar Bennett, Tim McKyer, Eric Allen, and Louis Sharp. So unfortunately, we did not get any of these that had numbers on them, so that's a bummer. Well, that's the end of the football cards. Let's do the basketball. That's probably what I'm most excited about. This one was kind of open on the top. Alright, let's get a Jordan, guys. Lindsey Hunter. Vernon Maxwell. David Vaughn. Nice high school senior yearbook photo. cards. That's a pretty decent looking insert. Another rookie, Theo Ratliff. And Danny Manning. Let's open another pack of those. Rodney Rogers, presumably rookie. Cedric Sabalos. Photo gallery, Gary Payton. I got Rick Smits here. Yeah. Alright. Gonna fly now. I don't know who that is on there. Sharon Wright. Another Rick Smits, big Rick Smits pack here. Gary Trent. Cliff Rozier and Gary Grant. So struck out on those for sure. Got all Rick Smitsed up. Let's get into some better basketball. We've got Hoops 93. This is pretty, I think, a pretty low rent set. Hoops started to do kind of a lot more, nice looking inserts and stuff in 94, 95, 96. But at this point, they were pretty bare bones, looking like a lot of their prior sets. Very simple, very low, kind of production value. There's a parallel 5th anniversary Robert Parrish. That's got a little bit of a gloss to it. That gold foil stamp. Dan Marley. Bimbo Coles and Anthony Bowie. Alright, so that was 93. Let's see if by 94 they had come up with a slightly more jazzy looking set. At least for the inserts. Yeah, I see quite a bit. I feel like we opened some of this before. Anthony Tucker, rookie. Yeah, gold foil all up the whiz-waz there. Sabalos, rookie Monty Williams. These are crazy looking gold mine. Look at all this gold foil on here. Spud Webb with the Kings, very nice. Just lots of inserts. Love it. Love this 94 stuff. Dino Raja. Oops, Mr. Card stuck on the back there. Michael Cage. Blazers team card. Vernon Maxwell Goldmine. Grant Long, and the rookie is Bill Gurley. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we opened some of this before. I don't know if it was Series 1 or 2, but boy, compared to like 93, this 94 hoop stuff is looking pretty fancy. Alright, what do we got here? We got a few hockey packs to end. We got Premier Edition 95 Fleer. Look for Rookie Sensation. Look for hot packs. Blah, blah, blah. So this is feels pretty solid, pretty bricked up. Oh yeah, it's definitely bricked. Now we'll see how easily the cards come off. Oh, this wrapper is like sticking to the cards even. Although I don't know, oh wow, they're not really bricked at all. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, Darius Kasparidis, Chris Gratton, Patrick Julin, rookie, Dale Hunter, Steve Larmer, Andre Nikolashin. What do we got here? This looks like I don't know what that's just an odd looking base card, or if that's some kind of insert. I think it's just a base card. These are pretty loud designs here. Mike Pekka, rookie, Gary Suter, Steve Eierman, that's nice. Keith Kachuk, Mikhail Stonenkov, Patrice Tardif, rookie. There's lots of rookies going on this stuff. Headliner Brian Leach, very nice. Jason Weimer, oh, these are backwards. Another Van Beesbrook. Loads of this guy today. Brian Savage and Jason Weimer. Okay. This is Upper Deck High Series. It feels like a pretty thick pack. 15 cards in here. Yeah, so this has low and high series cards, as was the case with most of the high series packs from Upper Deck in the early 90s. That's fun. Look at that. Keith Wayne and Brent Gretzky. I don't think his kids ever did anything in the pros. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Alright, Vitaly Prokhorov. Jeff Reese. Jean-Francois Quinton. Valery Zelepukin. Sean McEachern. Russian star Dmitry Yushkevich. Jacques Cloutier. There's Peter Nedved. We got a rookie of. Let's see how he did in his first 2 seasons. 37 points in this 91-92 season. Not terrible. Mike Richter. Greg Adams. Sean Chambers. Oh, cool. So I was kind of actually wanting to open some like early, like 90, 91, 92, 93 Upper Deck to see if I could find some of the very first Young Guns. And this is not the very first, but it's like probably second or third year of these. What year? This is 92, so it's, I think they started doing these in the second year they ever produced, which was 91, so this would be the second year of Young Guns. Alexei Kovalov. And I think they're much less valuable in the early 90s than compared to today, but I might be wrong. Upper Deck Profiles, Mike Ricci. Okay, I think we've got a couple, yeah, Flair Ultras. We got this 92 to start. That's Series 1. Alright. So these look just like the baseball set, the design of the card itself. Rob Blake, John Casey, they look actually pretty nice. I always thought these sets were pretty good looking sets. Ray Bork, Ron Francis, Gavin, Rod Brindamore, Rob Brown, Zdeno Seeger, and Gary Lehman. Okay, curious to see what the 94s look like. This is a Series 2, so yeah, these are, I don't know, they must have changed how they, like, their materials or something, because 92s were nice and easy, nothing stuck together. 94s here, like everything's stuck together and stuck to the pack. Kind of crazy. It went backwards. Although, again, yeah, these seem to come apart quite nicely. Corey Hirsch, Michael Sikora, rookie. Chris Lipuma, Eric Sharon, rookie. Ooh, we got a insert. It is Jamie Storr Ultra Prospect. Pretty cool looking card. Igor Ulanov, Keith Brown, Miko Michaela, Alexei Kazanov, Chris Therian, Sean Pedine, and Eric Lindros. Very nice. Cool. So there you have it. There's a bunch of kind of miscellaneous packs from 3 different sports. I have a whole nother box that's just baseball stuff, so maybe we'll go and do one of those pack runs with the baseball stuff sometime soon. I really like to keep my eye out. Not that I have a ton of opportunities, but when I am at a card show, or if I'm, buying something from somebody locally, which doesn't happen that much, but when it does, I'm looking for like a lot of variety, a lot of cool and, just interesting packs I've never opened before in my whole life, and would love to, do that. So I can add them to these stashes and then maybe go through them once in a while and see what's what. So that's the plan, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. Stop on by hotcardboard.com to pick up some cards for yourself. And we will see you all next time. Have a great one. Bye now.